and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time, and I do Facebook Lives Wednesday nights at 6:30. Today we're going to be having a play with the Jar of Flowers bundle. This is a photopolymer stamp set with a coordinating punch. Now, we are going to be playing with a whole lot of different things today. So I've done a little bit of work ahead of time so that the video is not so long. We're also using Early Espresso ink. We have some Early Espresso ribbon. We have a bunch of stamping blends. We have a plastic coated grid sheet. And I have one of the basics embossing folders. And this is what it looks like. It's gorgeous. So I have pre-embossed our card front. And we're just going to set that aside for now. We have a piece of Early Espresso and we have our focal image. And I have also taken a piece of vellum and I have pre-punched it because I want the water in my jar to be bluish. So I have a dark Pool Party marker and I am just going to add the marker to the vellum. Simple as can be. And we'll just set that aside to dry. Okay, because it's going to take a bit because that vellum is a slick surface. Now we're just going to clean up our mess here. And because those are alcohol markers, I had to use alcohol on this plastic sheet to get it to come off. Okay. All right, that's out of the way. We're going to start some stamping now. And I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus. And I'm just going to pop that in place and put my image on here. And we're going to stamp this in Memento because we are going to be coloring this time with Stampin' blends. The purpose of this video is to show you a comparison between Stampin' blends and watercolor pencils. I have the first sample that I have that I'll show you at the end of the video is done with watercolor pencils and blender pens. And this one is going to be done with Stampin' blend markers. Both are beautiful in their own way, but they are different. So we're going to take a minute today and compare the two. I can get my press out. There we go. And I'm using my Stamparatus because I want to be able to stamp this 2 or 3 times so it's nice and dark. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. Just use my rag and clean this off. And we will bring in, what did I do with them? Oh, here they are. I hate when I do that because those acrylic stamps or photopolymer stamps are so hard to see. All right, we're going to pop those right about there. And I'm going to move this magnet up here out of the way. And we will get these ones stamped. So I'm going to try overlaying the jar over top of this. Haven't figured out the logistics of all that yet, but I think I need to stamp this one 3 times. Beautiful. All right. Let's clean up the stamp. Give that a moment to dry. And we will put our stamps away so we don't lose them. I'm just going to sit that there for a minute. Grab my stamp case and put these away. Now, there is an outline stamp here. I probably should have done this before, but I'm going to try it because I have 2 of these jars already stamped, so I'm not too terribly worried about, or already colored. The one that we just did is up there drying. This one I did beforehand. So I'm going to give it a try because I think it's going to look better. Actually, I think I might do it backwards. How's this? Ha ha! Look at that. How cool is that? Now we're going to have to give that a chance to dry. And I might as well do the other one while I have this out here. So that was a good decision for that first one, to put it onto and then just give it a press. All right, I'm going to set that up there to dry as well, out of the way so I don't smudge it. And we are going to work on our coloring of our flowers. All right, one more stamp to put away and then we can start to color. Okay, get some room here and we will bring in our, oops, still had a piece of washi tape on the back. So, for our images today, I am going to start doing the center of my sunflowers with soft suede. And this is light soft suede. I don't know that this is what I'm going to, I might put the dark depending on how much this lightens when we let it dry. But I'm guessing that this is going to be okay. And then up here we have another one. And I have this thing here. I don't know what this is. I really don't. But I'm going to color this soft suede. And you'll see that I didn't stamp really well here. My stems don't go all the way. But I'm hoping, I'm just going to grab one of these jars. I'm hoping, yeah, see, you're not even going to notice when we get that on there. So let's grab our dark Granny Apple Green and do some of those stems. I went with the dark because I want to be able to see them through the vellum jar. So I went with quite a bold color. These are pretty easy to color. Just a little tricky at the bottom where they get really narrow. There we go. I'm happy with that. Now, while I have this out, I want to do these leaves up here in Granny Apple. Like I said, I have no idea what this plant is up here, so I'm just winging it. Do the best you can with what you have, right? And it's going to add some contrast to the sunflowers. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I brought in light mossy meadow so that we can add some contrasting greens with these other pieces of leaves. Don't want them all the same color. Oh, I missed. I see up here I missed a little leaf. All right. Now we'll just outline this. And that looks good. Now we're going to go with dark daffodil for our sunflowers. And hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get these colored. See that this needs to go down a little bit. Don't know what it is, but so intricate, these sunflowers, that it's hard to tell until you start coloring them what each little piece is. All right, there's that one. Now we'll work on this guy. Just work my way around. nothing any prettier than driving by a field of sunflowers. We have lots of those in southern Manitoba. Anyone who's watching this is a pre-tape video, but anybody who's watching this video, please leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you have sunflowers where you live. I read all my comments, and I appreciate them very much. And I would also appreciate it if you would like and share my video. That helps me out a lot. There is our sunflowers. Now we have little flowers in here and a big one in there. So I'm going to go into the light and dark calypso, I think. I think this is going to be light calypso. I think I might make that one dark. Whoa, look at the tip on that marker. Can you see that? I would say somebody got a little aggressive with that marker. I don't know whether you can see that or not. It's mangled beyond repair. Holy. Oh, I do like it darker better. Looked just a little too washed out. But I'm just going to leave the center of that lighter. I'm going to darken these ones up too. I think it looks better. There we go. That's all our coloring done. Now we're going to bring back these jars. Oh, that one's not dry, so we're not going to bring that one back. And we are going to put that on there. Ooh, this one's not dry either. See that? Well, nuts. That's not so good. Hang on a second. I guess I should have pre-stamped those. I'm going to go take this with my tweezers, and off camera I'm going to dry it with my heat tool. Okay? I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Get set up again here. All right. Now I've got a little bit of crappy doodah all over the place there. We'll have to worry about that in a minute. Right now, we have to get a little bit of Tombow on here and a glue sponge. Oops. A piece of foil in there. And I'm just going to dab this, and then we're going to lay that in place. All right, now, can I get that little wee oopsie out of there? It's coming. This is a Tombow sand eraser. It's an eraser that's got little granules of sand in it, and it's very helpful in removing little oopsies in a lot of instances. Not all. As you can see, it took care of that, no problem. Now, let me get this sponge back in the bottle, and we can get to putting our card together. All right, so we're going to mat this on this piece of early espresso. It's kind of cool how that bottle actually looks like a bottle. Believe it or not, that's the first time I tried that. Live on video, how risky. And then look at that. Look at the pop. And then I have a little hello. And a larger early espresso circle. Just going to leave that there for a minute. And I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. And we're going to put this, pardon me, right fair in the middle. Give that a little back rub. And while that's drying, we're going to make a bow out of this early espresso ribbon. Just a wee one. What am I doing wrong here? I have the wrong ribbon. That's retired ribbon. This is the current ribbon. Wondered why it was acting up. It's much thicker than this is. This is really, really soft. All right. We will make a wee bow. And grab our ribbon scissors. Alrighty. Now, I need a dimensional for this. And that's just going to say hello. And then we need some glue dots, glue dots, glue dots. And I'm just going to put this bow right here. But we're definitely going to need to tame those tails. Just curling those glue dots in half because this ribbon's quite narrow. There we go. And let's just zhuzh up a bit and trim off those tails again. Oops, this one's too long. There we go. All right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. And now we could add a little sparkle. Let's just use some basic rhinestones and give this a little hint. Oops, that one doesn't even have any glue on it. Try another. Where do I want this? How about right in there? And there, my friends, is our card for today using the jar of flowers and the vellum. And as promised, I'm going to bring in another card sample that has, oh, I don't even have any embellishment on this guy. Let's put some of these on him, seeing as we're in the business. There we go. And this guy is done using the watercolor pencils and the blender pen after the watercolor pencils. So as you can tell, they're both very, very different. I used a pink for the flowers here, but I did use the Granny Apple Green, Soft Suede, and Daffodil Delight. So you can tell that there's a big, big difference between the two, but they're both beautiful in their own way. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Oh, dry spot. I forget what I was saying. They're very, very different, but very beautiful. I used a different embossing folder. They're both those new basics embossing folders, but I used two different ones. So you have a side-by-side comparison there. And I'm starting to lose my voice now, so I guess it's time for me to say goodbye. Holy moly, that came on quickly. All right, I am out for today. Come back and join me Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time for short lunch break with Shel videos. And I'm here Wednesday nights at 6:30 for Facebook Live. Thanks for stopping by. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.